Hey guys, Weaponized Truth coming at you again. Um, if you don't want to watch this, guys, you don't have to, but this is my little video response to the video that Dahboo7 put out, where he said it was one of his most important videos that he's ever put out. What Dahboo is discussing in his video is how all of these states are passing laws to where um, if you are protesting and you're blocking the streets to where they can, stuff like you can be fined if deliveries go bad or people are late for work, and there's other states talking about using lethal force if you use your protest to block traffic. And what he's talking about is how they're just they're using this to take away more of our rights, and they're going to use it to cause a civil war. Now, I do believe that there's every intention of using these protests to start a civil war. There's obviously a big civil war in our White House. Our government, with the help of Obama, who was the biggest infiltrator herself, our White House and our whole government, half of our government was compromised for 8 years by the enemy. Don't fool yourself. I'm actually going to put out another video later today exposing how some of these infiltrators have been caught. But this is the thing. A lot of people, like the Stefan Molyneux of the world and so on and so forth, are calling for the Trump people to come out and do anti-protest. And there's a couple of problems there. The people that are out protesting, a lot of them don't even know what they're there for, and the ones who are getting paid by Soros are there to they're there to start violence. And if the Trump people go out and anti-protest them, a lot of them are going to end up dead, because the pro-Trump people are the ones with all the guns, and they're not going to put up with any bullshit. Okay? This is the thing, and this is where I'm sitting at, y'all. Americans do have the right to protest peacefully. And getting a bunch of people and stopping traffic and stopping people from running their everyday lives, or stopping people from being able to enter the Trump inauguration when the cops are standing there doing nothing is wrong. People have the right to protest, and this right to protest, it's the same as basically as free speech. You have the right to free speech so long as it doesn't offend anyone else's rights. Now, obviously, we know they've taken that to a whole new level, and you can make just a random offhand comment on Facebook and end up in jail for 5 years. I understand it's gotten out of control, and I'm hoping at some point Trump will start to reel this back in. Now, I understand the whole dichotomy here, and I know that both sides have been screwing the American people for a long time, but until I am proven otherwise, I still believe in Trump. At some point, good men are going to have to step up and save this country, you guys. You can't tell me that there's never going to be good people who are going to step up and try to save their countries. I believe that Trump is trying to do that here. I don't know if he'll actually be able to, or be able to stay alive long enough to do it, but I do think he is trying. Just like I believe Geert Wilders is trying in the Netherlands, and I believe Marine Le Pen is trying over in France, and so on and so forth. Just like Nigel Farage is over in England. Unfortunately, George Soros has been able to use his influence to convince half the population of almost every major Western country on the planet of a bunch of stupid crap. But when you protest, you do have the right to protest. You have the right to protest peacefully. But you don't have the right to go out and just block traffic to start a protest. Now, it's one thing to go chain yourself to a tree because you're trying to stop the loggers, or you're trying to stop a pipeline, but just to go block the middle of the street because you're pissed off about an immigration law is ridiculous. You want to get 100,000 people and go to your city council office and protest on the sidewalk, go right ahead. I'm all for that. But people don't have the right to use their rights to infringe on other people's rights. I mean, they just don't. I'm sorry, but that's where I stand on this thing. I mean, obviously, we have to do whatever we can to prevent a civil war. And my question is this: is it better for them, the states, to pass laws to let the cops take care of these Soros guys? Or is it better if we stop these laws and have the anti-Trump people go out and protest against them, and we end up starting to shoot these people, and then the civil war does start? Because I do believe that a civil war is a whole lot more likely to begin if we go out and stand up to these Trump protesters, or these Trump protesters ourselves, than if we let the law go in and do their job. You see what I'm saying, guys? So I understand what Dahboo's saying, and I know we have a very serious situation in this country, and people do need to do what they can to try to get people woken up. And it's a challenge. It's very, very challenging because they've got these kids so hyped up on emotion that you can show them all the logic in the world, and they're just going to start freaking out and having a temper tantrum and just storm off. It's very frustrating. I am doing what I can. I'm putting out my videos on my little 800-person channel or whatever, and I talk to people that I interact with all the time and try to get some common sense approach to talking with them about things, and a lot of times I fail, but every once in a while I reach people, and that's all I can really ask for, and that's all you guys can really ask for. So, yeah, guys, I do think that we all have a responsibility to try to share information, especially with people we know, in the best way you can. Obviously, people can get real butthurt real fast when you start talking politics. But if you find the right approach to discuss things with people, or even just point out things to people that you see happening, and you say, hey, did you see what happened on the news today? And, maybe if they start seeing some of these stories, they'll start to realize that, hey, something's kind of weird. I've been able to have success like that with quite a few different people. I just want to say, you guys, I disagree with Dahboo on this one. He's one of the leaders in bringing the truth to Americans, and I love him for that. You're a good dude, Dahboo, and I just saw your new rap video. I don't even listen to rap, and I thought it was pretty exceptional, and I respect what you're doing. But if we let the Trump supporters go out there and battle these people instead of letting the cops go out and battle these people, we will have civil war a lot quicker, in my opinion. So, you guys are all going to have your own opinions and so on and so forth, and obviously we don't want to keep losing more and more liberties, but I just don't think the right to protest gives you the right to go and fuck up everybody's lives by blocking the traffic just because you're pissed off about some bill. That's just me. There's plenty of ways to go out and protest without shutting down a city block or a city, bridge or whatever, and causing a huge disruption in the city. I don't think that's necessary. You get enough people together to go out and protest peacefully without disrupting the city, and every news station in America will be there within an hour. So that's just my thoughts. You guys can let me know what you think, but this is just my video response, and this is just my personal opinion on the subject. Thanks, you guys, and thanks for everything you do, Dahboo, man. I appreciate it, brother. Y'all take care.